Leon was right to not give Franklin any money at the end of Snowfall. And I'm rewatching Snowfall currently, so just let me yap for a bit. If you like the content, make sure you drop me a like and a follow. In season 5 of Snowfall, we see Franklin investing in his property called Spring Street, right? This is a legitimate downtown property that would have allowed him to clean his money in Panama through this US property, and it would have given him access to his money in American banks. This is a big deal for him at this one because he's big on the idea of generational wealth because he has a kid on the way. And mind you, he was well on his way to accomplishing this dream. That is until Teddy stole his $73 million. Once that happens, Franklin should have just divested his stake in the property and looked for other ways to invest his money. And that dead dream is an idea that Franklin held on to until the end of season 6. When Franklin found out that Leon had $3 million left, this man was geeked. It's obvious that Franklin felt entitled to the money. He felt as though, Leon had an obligation to give it to him. And this is another thing that I'm gonna get into in a second. The way Franklin was moving, there was no telling what Franklin would have done if Leon's men was not standing right behind him.
I'm the reason y'all got this fucking money in the first place.
I need that fucking money, Lee. And you're gonna give it to me, or I'm gonna take it.
Mind you, at this point, Franklin had already owed Leon $500K because that's the money that he gave to Oso. Franklin says that he'll pay back that $500K after he borrows even more money from Leon. Who would make that deal? Now, this is the part that I find kind of interesting because a lot of fans say that Leon owed Franklin for saving his life and not giving him up to Manboy and Scully. Mind you, first of all, this is the mindset that Teddy had for Franklin because he felt as though, oh, you wouldn't be in business without me. I've saved your life on multiple occasions, and that any money you earned is my money. That's the same mindset that Teddy had, which I find very interesting that fans even say this to begin with. But even disregarding that ludicrous notion, the idea that Leon owed Franklin for saving his life apparently from Manboy and Scully is laughable. Because mind you, Leon doesn't get involved in that altercation if not for Franklin. If Franklin had listened to Leon to begin with, because Leon did tell him to not get involved, that was not his beef to get involved with. Leon only got involved in that beef to begin with because Franklin took a shot at Scully and he missed. And after that, Scully went after the entire organization, so he was trying to get his hands on anyone he could. That included Leon. And of course, they took their shot at Leon and they missed, but they hit Wanda. So of course, Leon gonna want to get back. There was no way to know that there was a little girl in that car. But ultimately, Leon does not get involved in that whole beef if not for Franklin. He did not owe him a thing. And just to reiterate, Franklin had properties, he had his stake in Spring Street that he could have sold, he had other options, he just did not take them. Let me give y'all an analogy just for those of y'all who still think that Leon should have given Franklin some money. If a friend borrowed $500 from you, you knew that they might not be able to pay you back, and they were crashing out, getting mad, threatening people. They then came back to you and asked for another $2,000, your last $2,000, and that would result in you going broke as well. Would you make that deal? No, you wouldn't, because that's a horrible offer. Nobody in their right mind would take that kind of deal, so I'm not sure why y'all expected Leon to. The way that Franklin ended up at the end was his own doing. He did not have to take that path. It was his pride. Hence the name of the song playing at the very end of the show. Let me know what y'all thinking. Do you guys disagree? Do you guys feel as though Leon should still have given Franklin some money? Or, did I change y'all mind on this? Let me know how y'all feeling.